Hey everybody! So I've been full-time for 1 year now. Isn't that cool? I can't believe how quickly the time went by. Feels like it was just a year ago that I went full-time. But seriously, it went by really fast, and I never had any regrets when I went full-time. I was never thinking, oh, I wish I hadn't transitioned, or if I hadn't transitioned I would be able to do this. I feel like I've only gained from transitioning. So it's amazing, and I'm so much happier than I was before. I'm at the point in my transition where all I need to do is bring a letter to my doctor and just saying that I'm ready to get SRS, and then he sends it to this other psychologist, and then I'll have a psychological evaluation by her and my current psychologist. And I guess it's just to make sure that I'm not crazy and that I understand what I'm doing and everything. And yeah, so all I need to do is do that, and then after I've had the evaluation and I get approved, then I have to send my approval letter to Dr. Broussard in Montreal, which is where I'm going to get my surgery done, because it's covered in Canada. And then I just get on the waiting list for that, and then I'll be done. But now that I'm at the point where I'm able to get the balls rolling, okay, sorry, I had to go for that joke. Anyway, I'm at the point where I can get things started, or getting the balls rolling, and I just haven't been able to do it. It's not that I'm like really having major doubts about it or anything. It's just that I keep putting it off almost. Like every weekend almost I'm saying like, okay, this week I'm gonna go to the doctor and I'm gonna give him the letter, and then I can get this process started. But it just seems like I never end up doing it, and I don't know, because I know I'm a little bit afraid of the surgery, and if I could just wake up with a vagina tomorrow, I would, and I'm pretty sure I would love it. But when I look down at what I have right now, I see something that has been with me my whole life, and there's nothing physically wrong with it. It's totally fine, and I look at it and I think about what they're going to do to it when I get the surgery, and how crazy it is. And I'm even like afraid to get my belly button pierced because I think it's going to hurt. Like, I want to get my belly button pierced, but I think it's going to hurt, so like I haven't done it. But I'm afraid to get that done, but I'm like considering getting this like major surgery done to my genitals, and like I really think that I would prefer to have a vagina, and that when I have a vagina I'll be happier with it, and I'll be more comfortable with my body. But just now that I'm at the stage where I have the chance to get it, I'm finding it hard to get the process started. But thinking about it, I felt similarly when I was about to start on hormones. Because sometimes I didn't really mind being a guy that much. Sometimes it didn't really bother me, and before I started on hormones I was like, am I really sure this is what I want to do? Like, am I gonna regret this, starting on hormones and coming out to everybody and everything? And I just pushed through, and I did it because I decided to follow the voices in my head. I better not say that when I'm having my psychological evaluation, but I decided to follow the thoughts in my head that were saying to do it, because it felt like those were the majority of the thoughts, and it seemed like the doubts were only a small portion, and most of them were really just what ifs. Like, what if you're not happy as a woman, and blah blah blah. Like, what if you find out that women are really treated badly or whatever? But it didn't turn out to be like that, and every step that I've made to make myself a woman is making me happier. So I think it'll make me happier to get the surgery, but I've been having trouble getting started on it. So yeah, some other things that have been happening. I have a crush on this guy at work. He started in my department like about 2 months ago, and a bit over a month ago I started like talking to him fairly regularly, because he sits at the front desk and it's like right outside my office, and I'm always like, whenever I walk by I end up talking to him for like 5 minutes or something, and I know it's quite good. Like, it's kind of nice to have like kind of like a flirty relationship with someone at work. But I'm not sure whether it's a good idea to date him, because I'd be seeing him every day, and if it went bad, then it's like what am I gonna do, like sneak past him, like underneath the desk, like crawl by on the desk? But yeah, I actually came out to him as transgender a few days ago. Actually came up really easily. We were talking about what we did in university, and he was saying that he was in HR and that it was good, that he really liked it because it was 85% girls. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like exactly the opposite of what it was like in engineering. And he's like, oh yeah, like when you walked into a class, was like all the guys like turning their heads and stuff? And I was like, well, I don't really have that because I'm transgender and I used to be a boy, so didn't really have much of that when I was in school, but yeah, it was cool. And he was just like, really? And I said, yeah, I'm not sure if anyone told you. And then he was just like, no. And then the conversation just continued on like normal, and it was pretty cool. But it was a little bit weird because I've never come out to anyone and not really had them ask me any questions at all. And I mean, it was a little weird because I kind of expect people to have questions or to be sort of interested in it, but maybe he was just being polite and not asking questions because he is someone I work with, and I don't know if he has like a little crush on me too or something, but I don't know. And another guy who works in my area, and we take the same bus, we've gotten to talking a few times, and he asked me out a couple days ago, which was really nice because it was the day after I came out to the guy at work, and I was feeling a little weird because I just came out to him at the end of the day, and I was wondering like when I saw him in the next morning whether he would be acting different or anything, and so I was kind of like a little on edge. But then this guy who I take the bus with and work in the same area as, we were talking for a bit, and then he asked me out and I said yes, so that'll be fun. I found that I like guys a lot more than I used to. They're just so much nicer. Okay, well that's everything that's been going on with me, so I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.